we have a lecture number 2, and that's about your objects, direct object and indirect object. At first, we should know about what objects are going to be and how one can identify in the sentence about the objects. Objects are the bearer of action of subject in the sentence. They tell you about that what the action is going to be. Suppose if I say students are learning in the class, what kind of activity they are performing? They are performing the learning. So there is a actual action teller verb is your verb, and that is learning. If we say we are learning English grammar, so here again learning is our verb, and that tells what kind of action we have. Walking, drinking, talking, eating, writing, speaking, they all are actually the verbs, and objects are the bearer of such type of actions. How? Let's see now. They are drinking water. The action of drinking is done on water, so that we are calling them actual water is our object. He is eating an apple. So an apple is the bearer of action. So we can say simply this is our object. Now the confusion is that if we have two objects in a single sentence, how do we deal with them? So let's have a look on that sentence. So see, direct objects. First we should know that how it actually going to be. It receives the direct action of which of action of the verb. So see, if we have a verb, object will receive its direct. Let's see, she is reading. Reading action is actually receiving by story. So story is object here because it's the work of reading is done upon its story. And if we talk about another example, children are watching. The action of watching is done on cartoons. What they are watching? Cartoons. So it means it is our object, and that receives your direct action. And these type of a definition, again we have a indirect. Actually indirect object, it receives indirect action of subjects or the verbs in the sentence. So see now, she is reading a story for her children. Here we have children is another object, story is also object, and there is a difference of what? Actual difference is that story receives the direct action, for her children receives indirect action. Means the actual work is your reading, that is done on story. So it means that the receiver is your direct object here, and indirect object is there. Again, children are watching cartoons on what? On TV. So TV is a source, but thing is that is your indirect object, because watching is done actually cartoons, and cartoons are shown on TV. So it means that if we have two objects, we have to identify whether actually the work is done and how verbs action is going to actually affecting the object. It will be that direct object, and then it will be either it will be indirect object. So we have done about that, how direct objects are going to be and how indirect objects are going to be. We should know and keep in your mind that actual action are your watching, reading, they all are actually your actual actions. They are actually they tell you that what type of object is going to be. They will decide you. Watching is done on cartoons, so it means that we have that is our direct, so direct object, and upon and here we have an indirect about the stories. So this is all about that. And keep in your mind that another thing, to and far are the keywords. They will actually indicate you after coming there, after coming them, there will be